You will fail many times until you live your dreams. Listen closely, there are no excuses, none. Every problem, every failure, every obstacle standing in your way is a reflection of the choices you've made. But here's the truth. You are stronger than your excuses. You are capable of solving every challenge life throws at you, and the power to change your life rests solely in your hands. Today, we erase the word excuse from your vocabulary, and instead, we embrace responsibility, resilience, and relentless action. Think about the last time you failed at something important. Did you immediately start pointing fingers? Did you blame the circumstances, the people around you, or perhaps the timing? What if I told you that none of those things matter? What if the only thing standing between you and your success is you? How often have you let fear dictate your actions, using it as a shield to protect you from the pain of failure? What if, instead of allowing that fear to fuel your excuses, you turned it into the fire that drives you to overcome? Today, we'll explore the divine truth. Excuses are the chains that bind you to mediocrity. The moment you break free is the moment you truly begin to live. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose sight of our own power. We forget that every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise, every failure a lesson waiting to be learned. But too often we choose the easy way out. We make excuses. We tell ourselves stories that absolve us of responsibility, that make us feel better in the moment, but cost us our future. No more. This is a call to rise above, to take full ownership of your life, to solve the problems that are yours to solve. Because the truth is simple. Your life, your problems, your failures, they are no one's fault but yours. And that means they are within your power to change. In the next few moments, we're going to dive deep into what it means to live a life of no excuses. We'll explore how to hold yourself accountable, how to recognize the subtle lies we tell ourselves, and most importantly, how to develop the self-discipline needed to conquer any challenge. So, take a deep breath, because the journey to your transformation starts now. Accountability is a divine mandate. From the beginning of time, I have called upon every soul to take responsibility for their actions, for their choices, and for their lives. Excuses are a way to escape this responsibility, but remember, escaping responsibility is escaping growth. Let me tell you something, every problem you face, every obstacle in your path is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. But when you make excuses, you're refusing to take this opportunity. You're saying, this is too hard, or this isn't my fault, and in doing so you relinquish your power. You hand over control of your life to circumstances, to other people, to fate. But that's not what I want for you. I want you to take control, to stand up and say, this is my life and I'm going to make the most of it. Accountability is not about blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong. It's about recognizing that you have the power to change your situation. It's about understanding that while you may not be responsible for what happens to you, you are responsible for how you respond. You can choose to make excuses, or you can choose to take action. And trust me, action is always the better choice. When you stop making excuses, something incredible happens. You start to see results. Problems that once seemed insurmountable begin to shrink. Challenges that once terrified you become opportunities for growth. And most importantly, you start to feel a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment that can only come from knowing that you took responsibility for your life and made it better. Next, we'll look at the subtle lies that excuses are built upon. We'll uncover how these lies keep you trapped in a cycle of inaction and how you can break free. Excuses are the stories we tell ourselves to avoid facing the truth. They're the lies that keep us comfortable in the moment but cost us our future. Let's break down what an excuse really is. At its core, an excuse is a lie. It's a lie we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort, to avoid the hard work of change. We say, I can't do this because, and then we fill in the blank with whatever makes us feel better, because I'm too busy, because I'm not good enough, because it's not the right time. But deep down, you know these are just stories. They're not the truth. Excuses often stem from fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. We create excuses to protect ourselves from these fears, but in doing so, we also protect ourselves from success. Every time you make an excuse, you're giving in to fear. You're allowing that fear to control your actions, to dictate your life. Consider this. Imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain. You know that at the top of that mountain is everything you've ever wanted: success, happiness, fulfillment. But between you and the top are obstacles, steep cliffs, rough terrain, harsh weather. The excuses you make are like a fog that settles around the mountain, obscuring the path ahead. The more excuses you make, the thicker the fog becomes, until you can't see the mountain at all. But if you push through, if you refuse to let those excuses cloud your vision, the fog lifts and the path becomes clear. The first step in overcoming excuses is recognizing them for what they are: lies. Once you see them as lies, you can start to challenge them. You can ask yourself, is this really true? Or is this just something I'm telling myself to avoid the hard work of change? More often than not, you'll find that it's the latter. And when you do, you can start to replace those lies with the truth, with actions that will move you closer to your goals. Now that we've exposed the lies that excuses are built upon, it's time to explore the power that lies within you, the power of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the key to unlocking a life of no excuses. It's the force that drives you to take action, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. Self-discipline is the muscle that strengthens with use. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. It's the ability to keep going when the going gets tough, to stay focused when distractions pull you in every direction, to stick to your commitments even when you're tired, even when you're tempted to quit. Discipline is not about punishment. It's about empowerment. It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose your actions, to choose your responses, to choose your life. When you live with self-discipline, you stop making excuses. You stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will. You stop letting fear and discomfort dictate your actions, and you start taking control. How do you cultivate self-discipline? Start small. Set yourself a goal, something simple, something achievable. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier each day, or cutting out one unhealthy habit, or committing to a daily practice of meditation or exercise. Whatever it is, stick to it. Don't make excuses. Don't allow yourself to give up. And as you achieve that goal, set another one and another, gradually building your self-discipline muscle. Remember, self-discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. And as you do, you'll find that your excuses start to fade away. You'll find that you have more energy, more focus, more determination to solve the problems that are yours to solve. Next, let's talk about one of the biggest drivers of excuses: fear. We'll explore how to confront your fears and use them as fuel for action, rather than letting them hold you back. Fear is a powerful force. It can either paralyze you or propel you forward. The choice is yours. Fear is natural. It's part of the human experience, but too often we let fear stop us from taking action. We let it fuel our excuses, telling ourselves, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I'll fail. But what if I told you that fear is not your enemy? What if I told you that fear is actually a gift? Fear is your body's way of telling you that something important is at stake. It's a signal that you're about to step out of your comfort zone, that you're about to do something that matters. And that's a good thing, because growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you're willing to face your fears, to step into the unknown, to take risks. From where I stand, fear is not a reason to stop. It's a reason to start. It's a reason to push forward, to challenge yourself, to see what you're truly capable of. Because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted, your dreams, your goals, your purpose. But you'll never reach them if you let fear hold you back. And if you're ready to commit to this journey, if you're ready to take full responsibility for your life, then join me by hitting that like button, subscribing to this channel, and sharing this video with others who need to hear this message. Let's build a community of no excuses warriors, committed to living with purpose, integrity, and action.